Welcome to The Explainer, where we connect the dots on the biggest stories happening right now. And today, man, we are diving deep into the crazy fast evolution of AI. We're going to look at everything from the actual silicon chips that make it all work, all the way to the massive scientific questions it just might help us solve. So here's how we're going to break it down. We'll kick things off with the hardware, the new AI infrastructure. Then we're going to jump into the software and its disruptive power. After that, we'll see what happens when all this innovation smacks into the real world. And finally, we'll look at where this is all pointing, a brand new frontier for science.
All right, let's get right into it. Part 1, the new AI infrastructure. We got to start with the foundation, right? And I mean the physical foundation. We're talking about the massive engine being built to power this entire AI revolution. And it's not just getting bigger, it's getting way smarter and more specialized.
This quote from analyst Patrick Moorhead, it just hits the nail on the head. He says, Nvidia is no longer a chip company. And that right there captures this massive shift. For years, we all thought of Nvidia as just making the parts, the components, but they are transforming into something so much bigger. They're basically becoming a full-stack, all-in-one AI infrastructure platform. And what's so wild is just how they're expanding. I mean, look at this. They're moving in every single direction at once. They're pulling in specialized chips from companies like Grok, specifically for the inference part of AI. Then they're shifting manufacturing to Samsung, which is a huge deal, diversifying away from Taiwan. And get this, their partners like Nscale are literally buying up land for 2-gigawatt data center sites in the US. This isn't just a company anymore. They're building an entire empire, an ecosystem.
Okay, so that's the hardware. Now let's move on to part 2, the next piece of this whole puzzle. Because all that incredible hardware, it's unleashing software that is, and there's no other way to say it, a total double-edged sword. On one hand, it's creating these amazing new tools, but on the other, it's posing a straight-up existential threat to a lot of existing businesses.
And this is just the perfect example of that tension. Take a look at Figma. On their earnings call, you've got the CEO, Dylan Field, sounding super optimistic, right? He's all, humans and AI agents are going to work together. I'm excited. But then you dig into their SEC filing, the legal document they have to file, and the company is warning that those exact same AI agents could make their software totally obsolete. It's like what a classic case of saying one thing to the public and a very different thing to the lawyers. And listen, it is not just Figma. This chart tells a whole story. The number of companies that are officially warning their own investors about the risk from AI agents, it's nearly quadrupled in 1 year. So yeah, the CEOs might be putting on a brave face in public, but you can bet their legal teams are taking this disruption very seriously. Which brings us to part 3, innovation meets reality. Because here's the thing, this powerful tech, it's not some lab experiment anymore. It is now colliding head-on with our messy human world. We're talking laws, careers, copyrights, and it's creating some major conflict. Okay, for a perfect example of this, just look at ByteDance. They had this advanced video making AI, right, Seedance 2.0, and they had to slam the brakes on its global launch. Why? Because Hollywood studios, we're talking Disney, Paramount, sent them cease and desist letters basically accusing them of massive copyright theft in how they trained the model. And this gets to what engineers call the guardrail problem. It's a real headache. See, it's one thing to just block copyrighted stuff. Tell the AI, hey, no making characters that look like Tom Cruise. But it is way harder to build that guardrail so it doesn't accidentally block a totally innocent user who just wants to make something completely unrelated. You block too much and you just ruin the experience for everyone. But, this conflict, it isn't just playing out in courtrooms. It's happening in offices, in cubicles, and it's raising these really deep, profound questions about what the future of work even looks like, especially if you're a young person just trying to start your career. I mean, listen to this quote from Bill McDermott, the CEO of ServiceNow. He just laid it out there pretty bluntly. He warned that AI could send the unemployment rate for college graduates into the mid-30s in just the next couple of years. Because as these AI agents start doing more and more of that entry-level work, how do young people even get their foot in the door? Now, you might look at the official numbers and think, what's he talking about? On the surface, things don't look so bad. The unemployment rate for recent college grads is only about 5.6%. Seems pretty low, right? Yeah, but hold on. This is where you have to look deeper. Forget unemployment. Look at underemployment. That's the percentage of graduates working jobs that don't even need their college degree. And that number, it's a staggering 42.5%. That is the real story. It's not that they can't find any job. It's that they can't find the job they spent 4 years and a whole lot of money preparing for. Okay, so we've seen the hardware, the software, and the very human conflicts it's causing. So for our last section, let's look ahead. Let's talk about where all of this is ultimately pointing. And it's not just a new frontier for business, it's a new frontier for science itself. And this new company, Mirandil, is just a perfect sign of this trend. It was founded by some absolute heavy hitters, researchers from Anthropic and Google. And their goal? It's not to build a better chatbot or sell you more ads. Their goal is to actually use AI to make fundamental scientific discoveries. We're talking about fields like biology, material science, the big stuff. And boy, is the investment world paying attention. They are betting big on this idea. Mirandil is reportedly being valued at $1 billion. And that's in its seed round. That is just unheard of. They're basically a unicorn before they've even gotten out of the gate. That tells you everything you need to know about how much excitement there is for AI and science. And all this leaves us with one last, kind of mind-blowing question to think about. As AI stops being just a tool for analyzing data we already have and starts becoming an active partner in making brand new discoveries, what's it going to be? What's the first huge, monumental problem it's going to help us solve? Will it be a cure for a disease? The discovery of some impossible new material? I mean, who knows? But that is the incredible frontier we are standing on right now.